A booming monument to megastardom, the film review of Taylor Swift, The Eras Tour. Taylor Swift has positioned herself as the lead character of 2023 after her billion-dollar Eras Tour this summer completely changed how people interact on social media and in business. It may be argued that the 33-year-old singer is on the verge of overexposure with the publication of her concert film worldwide. It's also her most persuasive and immersive defense against it, a near-exact recreation of the stadium performance that confirmed her unquestionable place as pop music's greatest songwriter and her boundless genius. The three-night concert film that was shot at Les SOFI Stadium in August has been praised by Swift as the perfect capture of what this show was like for me. That is a little misleading. For a brief but captivating while, the movie adopts Swift's unique viewpoint, peering behind her at tens of thousands of glowing, screaming lights. With the exception of a few brief shots of the audience, which consists primarily of young ladies who are devoted and screaming, singing, or crying, this is a hyper-definition footage featuring Swift from almost every perspective. The film is a large-scale production directed by Sam Wrench, who has directed concert films for Brandi Carlile, Lizzo, and Billie Eilish. With skill, Wrench employs every videography instrument available for a megatour, swerving between the sizable throng and several close-ups of Swift, showing her in profile with perspiration beeping or facing the camera directly with her own background picture on either side. The singer is portrayed in the movie with such clear, steady vision that you can pick out minute details like the sequins on each of her couture bodysuits and the scratches on her stage. Like the show, the movie is an incredibly elaborate production with contents that live up to expectations. The Eras Tour concert, which features songs from all 10 of her studio albums spanning 17 years, there are no backstage scenes, interviews, or interstitials. At least at the two events I saw, Swift's voice was largely absorbed in a vortex of sound created by the stadium, an effect that the movie can explain better than the show. Although there are long sequences in the movie where fans can cheer wildly, Swift is as loud as a bell. Furthermore, Wrench's painstaking camera work frequently highlights the supporting cast, which includes the band, dancers, and backup vocals, but is sometimes overwhelmed by the intense attention on the lead actress in the live production. With the exception of the costume changes and 7 minor omissions from the Los Angeles set list, the concert's runtime, which is typically 3 hours or longer, is a reasonable 2 hours and 45 minutes on screen. Even though everyone in my screening was bopping along to every song, it could have been shorter since without the enthusiasm of 70,000 people, it may have felt like a marathon. Which is another evidence of Swift's extraordinary endurance. Even though her bangs became progressively sweatier, I only managed to catch her gasping for air in one picture. The less steady camera work tends to reflect the song's intensity. The more intense the bass, the more choppy the cuts. When the camera lets go of the most intense fan idol moments of the show, the scorching all too well, the sentimental acoustic segment, and Swift's strangely precocious banter, it can be a disorienting, sometimes draining, clamor of edits.